Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and this is my week 3 update for the bullet journal method. Obviously, I am going through my reflections. I have I've done it almost every day that I started it. I didn't download it until the 3rd. And so I've been keeping up with my reflections and doing my logs and all of that. So I love it on my phone. It's awesome. And these are the 2 books that I'm using in conjunction together. This is my weeks, which I use for self-care. And this is this week. I haven't written in it. I usually write in it at night. I can do it updates during the day, but I haven't just had time to do that. Today I've had meetings all day at work. But this is how last week turned out. So this is week 3, July 15th through the 21st. And this is all self-care. So, this works out really, really well for me. So I am not changing that. This was week 2, and this was the first week of July. And as I said, these work well for me. So I am not changing that at all. And this is how the setup goes, and then I just add things in the evenings as I can. So that is my weeks. I've been putting in my daily win in the monthly for the weeks. So a win every day, and it's something that I actually got off of Tom Ballew's website, talking about you should always focus on a daily win, and that's where I have this here. And it's just something that I watched in one of his videos talking with, I can't remember the person's name. I will try to remember it and post it here, but it was great the way he talked about it. And so that's where I've gotten the daily win, and it has really transformed how I look at the day, and I really enjoy that. So this is where I'm putting that. And then this is, like I said, all about self-care. And then my bullet journal method is actually being done in my Cousin Avec, my Hobonichi A5. And this is a pixel a day. And I had a rough patch earlier, but we're back to doing really well. And then here is my log, or for my future log, really, or my monthly log. Here, any type of appointments or anything like that, I put in here so that I don't forget it. I also list out the full moons and the new moons. And then this is my future log from January to June of 2020. Again, I don't have anything written down in here, but within the next month or 2, things will start filtering in. And this is July. This is where I do my monthly log, and this is my monthly task list here at the side, and then things that I'm waiting for during the month are here. And so this is how it's looking for week 3, which is the 29th week of the year, and this is today, the 22nd. And so then we go into the weekly, and just to kind of recap, this is week 1 of Onebookjuly. This is week 2, how it looks, and this is just the weekly view. I put the weekly tasks that I'm going to focus on here, and then any kind of notes about projects or anything like that I end up putting down here. This is week 3, so this was last week, and again, the weekly tasks. You can see for any task that got migrated forward, I put a forward arrow. I've either checked it, and then laundry actually is ongoing as well, but the laundry for the week got done, so we'll do that. And then, like I said, any notes there. And then this is the setup for this week, and this is today. So these are the tasks that I migrated forward, and any additional tasks that I needed to add. The colors don't mean anything. It's just which pen I have I feel like writing with. Some tasks that I still have to do. If I run out of room up here, then I put them down here. So that's my weekly view. This is the 30th week this week, and so this will be week 4 as I lay out. And like I said, the only setup I'm doing is putting in my fasting times. I start fasting at 7:30 p.m. and I go all the way to 9:30 a.m. the next morning. So that's my fast, just kind of remind me of that. But that's really the only pre-coloring or time blocking that I do. And then this is how the month has gone. And you will see that there are some days I write a lot, some days I don't write a lot. At the end of each Sunday, I do a week in review. This was the end of week 1. We go through week 2, and this is week 2 in review. And then this is this last week. So here we go. And this was yesterday, and this was week 3 in review, and then this is today so far. I've been in meetings all afternoon, so I haven't gotten a chance to catch up, and so I will go in this evening after this video and fill out the journaling and all of that. But that's how I've been doing it, and it has been working absolutely wonderfully. You know, I know that there are a lot of people out there that have issues with what they've tried and all of that, and y'all who watched me last year knew I went through a lot of struggles. This year, it has been so unbelievably awesome to know that this works so well in the Hobonichi. I love having a dated page, that I have a partial schedule here, task lists, all of that. And some days I go down here and use this space for tasks. Some days I just write all the way across from it. It just depends on how the day looks. Like here, I had tasks that I had, or things that I wanted to note, and so I left that blank and I just journaled all the way here. But it just depends on how I do the day. So it's so flexible and so easy that I just leave this open on my desk when I can. Like I said, I was in meetings all day, and so it has just been so wonderfully useful to me this way. I love it. And if I have something that I need to note, then, and this doesn't matter anymore because I had to move that, then I just put it on the page that it's due. Like this is the new moon. We're going to have another new moon in July, and so I have that there. But otherwise, this is it, and it has been so nice. And I put my self-care in my weeks, and any kind of reminders or anything that I have go in here in the bullet journal companion, and that's how it's been functioning, and it has been working amazing. So, I wish that I could say, I had issues with something or whatever, but I really haven't. And so there you have it. I know some of you will comment on my Hemingway weeks cover, and I just got this and literally did a unboxing of this like 10 minutes ago. So that will be going up in addition in a couple of days, so you'll see that. But yes, I love it. It is awesome. So there you have it, my lovely orange babies from Chic Sparrow and the bullet journal method. So let me know down below how your week 3 went. And if you have made it this far, congratulations. If you haven't made it this far, don't feel bad. It is a struggle and a chore a lot of times. And this is the second year that I've done Onebookjuly, and it's kind of been 1 and 1. I had a horrible year the first year. This year it works great. So if you're struggling with it, don't fear. Just try it again next year. And, do what you love. That's what these books are for. And that's what Writer Carol talks about, is make your planners and your books, bullet journals, whatever it is, work for you. However you need to have it work, have it work. I do not want to put my self-care in one book. Onebookjuly for me is multiple books. So that's just how I do it. But I am focusing on the method in my Cousin Avec. And if you look back in the first half of the year, it was not like that. And I had everything separated, and I was just more times than not following through with it. Then I was color blocking out, having to set up my week on Sunday night and wasted time instead of, actually spending time with my husband. And now I don't do that. I don't have a setup to do. The only setup I do is in my weeks. And this is the extent of my setup, is I draw those lines and I put in my focus and things that I do for joy, things that make me happy, and then any shipments and orders that I get. That's the extent of my setup. And I just do that because I love the way it looks. So, it's very easy, very simple, and it works for me for my self-care. So again, I'm not going to change it just because technicality of One Book July, because there are no rules in One Book July, and every person that started this can tell you that, and this is how I love it. So there you have Amy's One Book July, and I hope it's working out for you too. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to post them down below, and then, like I said, let me know how One Book July is going for you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.